to the usual frostbite. Nevertheless, the second offensive, though delayed a few days, went forward at the end of the month. But while that offensive was just getting started, further north we were seeing the aftermath of another offensive, a German one. See, the Russian counteroffensive had stopped the German progress a few days ago, but this week, heavy fighting continued throughout northern Poland. On the 24th, the Germans took Dardanelles with 10,000 prisoners, but the next day, in the same town, the Russians took nearly 3,000 German prisoners, and by the 26th, the Germans were pulling out. The Russians retook the town the next day, taking another 5,000 German prisoners. On the last day of the month, German General Paul von Hindenburg officially called off the German offensive. And if we turn our attention further west, we see the Germans playing defense as the French Champagne offensive, which was now over 2 months old, continued. This week on the Western Front there was also action in the sky, but you could see that the war in the air was still learning to walk. 2 Zeppelins wrecked off the Danish coast. A German plane dropped bombs on Essex with exactly 0 damage, but on the 22nd, a Zeppelin successfully bombed Calais. Also this week, Reims was bombarded heavily, the cathedral vault broken, and the week ended with a general upswing for the Allies as the British advanced near La Bassée and the French near Menil. There was also heavy bombing of the German rear in Champagne. And further notes from around the world. On the 21st, the Russians pushed the Turks back across the Ishkolan River in Armenia. The following day, in German southwest Africa, Garub was occupied by Union forces. They also occupied Nonidas and Goanikas the day after that. And in the first week of the German blockade, 7 British merchant ships were sunk by submarines. So we find ourselves once again at the end of the week, with the British and the French about to open yet another front in the eastern Mediterranean. The Russians pushed out of East Prussia, but making a bold stand in northern Poland. The British and French winning minor gains in the west, and the Austrians launching another winter offensive against Russia in the Carpathian Mountains. If there was one army that had arguably performed worse than that of Austria-Hungary so far this war, it was the Ottoman Imperial Army. Destroyed at Sarikami, beaten back in Suez and the Persian Gulf, there were many Allied leaders who believed that the Turks were easy pickings. And after beating them, the Allied breakthrough that seemed unattainable in Western Europe would happen in the southeast. But there were no easy pickings in this war. There was only high-tech, mechanized, anonymous death in the tens of thousands, and a new front would only add new names to the list of the fallen, names that would number